Is a movie, is a bear, is a cocaine and a bear. Bear, cocaine, meat. Match made in heaven, I'm gonna eat you. Hey, film friends, cocaine bear, cocaine bear. Elizabeth Banks, not the actress. May the odds be ever direct. She's behind the camera. This is like behind. What happens is the drugs fall, cocaine, hey. They just run around. There's lots of characters. Isaiah Whitlock Jr., but not this time. He's not from The Wire. Is Alden Ehrenreich. It's like Alden, hey, Carrie Russell, and this Felicity or the mayor, and then just run around, and it's just crazy. Ice Cube. It's not Ice Cube. It's not Ice. Kind of looks like him. He just looks alive. It's like. There's Ray Liotta. I'm Henry Hill. That's the wrong cocaine movie. It's not Goodfellas, you idiot. There's a standoff. I just want my daughter. Ah! And let's see, there's probably something else we missed. So Margot Martindale, we forgot about Margot. She's funny. Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee. Real movie. The bear died. Hey film friends, I'm Nick Furman. This is Furman on Film. Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we'll be reviewing Cocaine Bear. But before that, we'd just like to take a moment to acknowledge the overwhelming views and feedback we've received from RRR. So many people commenting in, educating me on Indian cinema, and giving us lots and lots of recommendations. We just wanted to say thank you for the engagement and let you know that I have one such review, Sardar Udam, coming very soon. But first, we got to talk about cocaine. And of course, as always, please stay to the end to get our FOF rating out of 5 stars. Without further ado, this is Cocaine Bear. Cocaine Bear is about a strange and eclectic group of cops, a bevy of hot mess criminals, some foreign tourists trying to capture nature at play, and a mom and some teens. They all converge in a Georgian forest where a black bear has found some white powder and, gone on a murderous rampage. Let's start with what I liked about Cocaine Bear. Let me just start by saying that your reaction to this film is going to depend on how you feel about the characters that populate the story. In some ways, this was touted as being based on a true story, but the only thing really true about the film is that there were numerous bags of cocaine which fell off of a plane when a pilot who was trying to move some product threw it overboard. The product did land in a forest, and then a bear ingested it. That's it. In real life, the bear died. Bummer. But here, he goes rogue. Now, I have to say that I happen to really like a bunch of the character actors that show up here. Margot Martindale is always a welcome sight. She's hilarious here as a park ranger with a pretty prurient desire for a local conservationist. And most people will know Isaiah Whitlock Jr. as the she guy from the greatest show in television history, The Wire. But he's a great time here as the southern cop who thinks he's about to make the capture of a lifetime. Hell, it was good to just see Alden Ehrenreich and Carrie Russell again. The latter is rocking a great 80s nursing scrub outfit, and Alden, well, his bitingly dry humor in the face of massive grief, it just kind of got me. This film is best when it really goes for it. I think director Elizabeth Banks is aiming for a premise movie, a horror kill comedy. So there are 2 or 3 really great extended kill sequences. The scene where the paramedics show up and immediately after have Cocaine Bear just humming at this chaotic frequency that much more closely resembles the coked out experience. So we've heard. The kills are graphic and actually quite visceral if that's your thing, but they aren't really funny like something you would see in Piranha or Snakes on a Plane, all those nature gone wrong flicks. But the gore is not going to blow you away. So I think the question becomes whether the humor will. It was a mixed bag for me, but I did find some genuine laughs. The pavilion standoff between Whitlock and O'Shea Jackson Jr. is the best example I can think of this type of humor in the film. All right, let's move on to what I liked a little less. Let me first say, I got crushed by some of you for my thoughts on Megan. And I think that had to do with trying to use critical sensibilities to essentially judge or critique a B movie. In hindsight, I kind of wish I would have given Megan 3 stars, cause it was better than this. And let me start specific and then get a little more broad. The writing is bad in places. Again, maybe a B-movie thing. But here I think what happened is that they shot a much longer and bigger film and then hacked it down to a nice bite-sized 90 minutes. Some of the kid actors, I'm sad to say, are not great either. I love Brooklyn Prince in The Florida Project. She's fine again here, but her sidekick Henry is less enjoyable. You know, I mentioned earlier that I really like Carrie Russell, but they just don't give her a lot to do in this one. I mean, she's simply a mother who's searching for her daughter, which I think points to my broader criticism of Cocaine Bear. I'd like this film more if it would just choose a lane. Banks and writer Jimmy Warden were clearly aiming for a meetup picture, where characters would come zooming in from all of these different directions and then sort of meet up and intersect paths. I just wish you'd make a choice. You know, if you want an emotive story about a mother and her daughter, then make that the centerpiece of the film. Otherwise, excise those characters completely and just give us a romp about these despicable characters trying to locate these drugs before a cartel comes to find them. We've seen these types of pictures before, and some of them have been pretty effective. When you keep all of it, the danger is writing weak characters with half-baked side plots. And the trouble with that is that you really load the gun on your audience, because all of these characters are on screen much more than the CGI bear. So again, the gags have to really work for this to fully land. Finally, let me just say that the final 20 minutes or so of this one has definitely got some issues. For starters, they're in the dark most of the time. And while the bear looks decent with CGI when it's moving around, climbing up trees, the less light that we see, the rougher the CGI gets. And the ending also introduces us to something, which I don't want to spoil, but kind of changes or reinvents our understanding of the bear up to that point in the story. We can hash this out in the comments if you'd like. Now, let's not get it twisted. The film ending is fine. It's just not quite as good as what had gone before. All right, let's quickly get to some of my own original thoughts on this film. Well, let's talk about the crew behind this one for a moment. This was produced by Lord and Miller. That's the creative team behind 21 Jump Street and the Lego Movie, among other things. So you would think that we'd find something that was goofy, meta, you know, smart movies about stupid stuff. On the other hand, while a great actress, Elizabeth Banks has directed a Pitch Perfect sequel and a pretty derided Charlie's Angels reboot. So what did we expect this to be? Premise-bound, lots of running gags and themes. Would the team sort of lift up some of her other shaky outings, or would more bad humor continue? Now, I've endeavored to show that I think it's a kind of a little bit of both. You know, I don't want to downplay my enjoyment of this one. When I shut off my mind and just enjoyed moronic people behaving badly, I had a great time. And I think there is a through line as well. Don't mess with nature. Like I said already, the nature rampaging movies started way back with Jaws, and some of them have been really terrific. So, what do we conclude? Cocaine Bear is a movie about a bear who ingests cocaine. Yeah, I think that about covers it. Well, there you have it. The only thing left to discuss is our rating for this film. With that poor third act downgrading a 3-star first hour, FOF gives Cocaine Bear 2.5 out of 5 stars. If you enjoyed this review, please let us know by smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel. You can also hit that little bell so you get notified every time we release a new video. I would love to hear your comments. Do you agree with our rating? What was your score? Also, please don't forget to head on over to FurmanOnFilm.com, where you can explore our blog and get your movie fix on written reviews and so much more. Thanks for watching. I'm Nick Furman. This is Furman on Film. Stay firm, my friends.